Hey everyone, let's talk about the AP exam next week. It's on Tuesday at 1 o'clock, so have that on your calendars. I just want to talk about e-tickets and just some logistics for the actual exam. Then we'll get into some calculus specific stuff. 2 days before the exam, so next Sunday, you should receive an e-ticket in your email to access your exam. It should go to the email that is associated with your My AP account that College Board has. You should not be using your HCS account. Mr. Reich, I think, has told you that if you were using your HCS account, not to use that one on My AP. If you need to change that, or if you just want to get your ticket online, God, the birds are loud. If you just want to get your tickets online, you can go to myap.collegeboard.com to get your e-ticket there. And on the day of the exam, you need to log in at least 30 minutes early because there are some security measures that you have to go through before the actual exam starts. So please don't get online at like 12:55 to get ready for the AP exam because you will probably not get your full allotment of time for the actual questions, depending on whatever those security measures are. I honestly don't know what they are. They're kind of keeping them secret, and I think that's probably so y'all can't prepare and try to cheat the exam somehow. I'll see during the exam. If bandwidth is an issue at your house, ask your family members to stay off the internet, especially anything that streams, Netflix, YouTube TV, something like that. They are big bandwidth hogs. So make sure that if that could be an issue, that you ask them to avoid being on the internet for that hour of the exam. I recommend handwriting your response and taking pictures. You do have the option of trying to type them in a Word document. That's going to be very difficult for math. So if you take pictures, just know that you have to upload an image file, JPEGs or .png. You cannot upload PDFs of your handwritten work. So make sure you are saving your work in a image file. You have to upload your answers within the 5-minute window after each question. There's no overlap. So once question 2 is visible, you cannot turn in question 1 and you're done. So if you didn't turn it in, then you just missed that entire question. So make sure you're uploading your answers within that 5 minutes. I would even recommend not working during those 5 minutes. Spend those 5 minutes making sure they're uploaded. Don't try to keep working for 2 or 3 of those minutes and then try to upload within those last 2 minutes. You're really setting yourself up for potential failure to upload your questions. You need to disable your pop-up blockers, and if you have the Grammarly plugin in Chrome, you need to remove that one. If you have a sleep timer on your device, whether it's a computer, if you're taking a device on your phone or something like that, make sure that it won't automatically go to sleep after so many minutes of inactivity, because then you would have to go back to your email, reopen the ticket and all that mess, and that will cut into your work time. Put your phones on do not disturb mode, whether you're using your phone for the exam or not. They've asked you not to use Internet Explorer. They do recommend using Chrome. I assume Opera, Firefox, some of those others may work fine. Netscape Navigator if you want to use it. The makeup exam, if you do not click on your e-ticket next Tuesday, if you just completely ignore it and you do absolutely nothing throughout the exam, you will automatically get another e-ticket for the makeup date in June, which I forgot that date, but I know it's in June. So if you don't do anything at all next Tuesday, they will automatically give you a makeup ticket. You don't have to explain why you didn't take the first exam, but you will get a makeup. That said, please take the first exam, because if something goes wrong during the exam, you can apply for the retake. And if you don't take the first exam, then you are putting all of your eggs in that retake basket. So I would say take that first exam just in case something goes wrong with your internet, something doesn't upload correctly, then you can apply for a retake. If you do open up your e-ticket for the first exam, and you feel there was some distraction, maybe you knocked water over on your work or something like that, you can then apply for a makeup. You will not get that makeup e-ticket automatically in that case. So if you do open up and click the e-ticket for the first exam, you will then have to apply for the retake. And I think they're going to be pretty lenient on the reply. Sun's getting in my eyes. So if you do have to apply for the retake, I think they're going to be fairly lenient. I really don't know that for sure, but you do have that option. Even after you finish the test, you can finish the test and look back and say, you know what, I was distracted, something went wrong, and then you can reapply. So Let's see, moving on. Calculus-specific information. So something that is new from the very first video I sent you way back, like on April 5th. You will have a calculator available, but they are going to word the question so that calculators are not an advantage. So I would even say you probably should not have your Inspires with you, because you may be tempted to try to use them, and they're going to structure the problem so that you don't even need a calculator. Desmos, Wolfram Alpha, anything online will not be an advantage. So keep that in mind. If you still want to borrow one of my Inspires, I'm okay with that. It's kind of like a security blanket, and you may just feel better having one in front of you, and I can arrange a way for you to check it out. That will be on a first come, first served basis, though. So I have 20 of them. And if all 20 of them go out, then you just won't get one. They do say that the only calculator that you could use that really could come in handy would be a 4-function calculator, and that's only to simplify your final numeric answers. And even that's not necessary. Internet searches, they say, will be a waste of time, that they're going to word the problem so that you really aren't going to be able to Google them efficiently. And if you tried, you would spend so much time doing it that you wouldn't finish the question. So if you were counting on just Googling all the answers, I don't think that's going to work. And BC, question 2 will be a series question. I bet my house on it, because they have stripped everything that was uniquely BC away from the exam. So expect question 2 to be a series question, and that's why I've given you one series question every day to prepare for that part. Moving on, preparing for the AP exam. We are in crunch time now. We have 1 week of review, and that's it. So if the AP exam is important to you, please use your time this week wisely and do the suggested activities. I would definitely recommend you work the problems before watching my solutions. I don't know if any of y'all have just been watching what I do and hoping that you absorb it. You definitely need to be working the problems and doing what you can with them. And as far as your notes, this is an open note test. So start organizing your notes and find a way to get them situated so that you don't have to spend a lot of time sifting through your things to look for a hint on how to approach a problem. If you have time and if you want to do it, you might be able to type your notes in some way so that you can hit Control F to search for your keywords, or similarly, you might be able to create a system of bookmarks to web pages that you're already familiar with regarding each topic. So that way you're not actually searching for things, you're just finding the websites you've already searched for, and that'll be a little bit more efficient. But all that said, that supposedly they are asking the questions in a way that's not going to be much of a help. I'm just trying to think of things that y'all are going to try to do anyway and make it a little bit more efficient for you. We will this week have 2 mock exams, one on Tuesday and one on Friday. Tuesday is actually the day of our original AP exam, so May 5th, and then again on Friday, so that'll be 5, 6, 7, May 8th on Friday. Both exams will start at 1 o'clock because that's when your exam starts next Tuesday. I think I'm going to do it on Google Classroom. I can set the assignment time so that it goes live at 1 o'clock, and then I can set the due time at 1:30, and that would be that's the right timing for question 1 on the actual AP exam. And then question 2 will go live at 1:30, and your work must be uploaded by 1:50. And I am going to try to make the questions as similar to what we are expecting the AP exam to look like this year. You'll probably have to refresh your browsers. I don't think Google Classroom automatically refreshes when I put new information up. So at like 12:59, just start hitting the refresh button on your calculator until you see the questions show up. The questions are very difficult. So they say, College Board has been saying that they're not expecting students to finish all the questions, and that you can still make a 4 or a 5 even though you don't finish all the questions. So if you feel discouraged by these mock exams, don't. I'm just going to say don't feel discouraged, because you probably will be leaving some things blank. Try to do something, but you may just be like grasping at straws on some of them, and doesn't mean you're stupid. They're just hard questions. And AP credit, something I'm always asked is whether you should or should not accept AP credit. And I have a couple of trains of thought, or a couple of schools of thought on that one. First, assuming that you do have to go on and take other college math classes. So you are choosing a major where you're going to have to go on and take Cal 2, Cal 3, differential equations, and some advanced maths. If that's you, And paying for college is not an issue. Either you're on scholarship or your parents set aside money to pay for college and you're not stressing over the financial side of college. I recommend starting with Cal One regardless of your AP score. It gives you a chance to get acclimated to the way college math is taught, and Cal One will be a review and should be an easy A. Now that depends on your professor in the college, but you should do pretty well in Cal One after having taken AP calculus. If money is an issue, if you're having to take out student loans or if you're having to work to defray the cost of college, then obviously you take the free credit and you move on to Cal 2 or Cal 3. In either of those two cases, start taking your math classes as soon as possible. Don't wait, because you will forget it. It doesn't matter how smart you are. If you wait 6 months or a year before you start taking your calculus classes, you're going to forget everything, and you'll probably have to start at Cal 1, even if money is a problem. So do that. If your AP credit gives you all the math you need for your chosen major, then I don't have a strong opinion. That's up to you. It should be a GPA boost. So if you're on scholarship, it still may be worth you taking Cal 1 anyway, because it should be an easy A. You shouldn't have to study too much. And so if you want to take it for a GPA boost, you can. But at that point, it's almost an elective because you know you're not going to do anything math related after it. And I think that was it for the AP credit thing. There we go. All right. And so a few final thoughts. This year obviously sucks. If you have decided that you don't want to do anything and you don't care about the AP exam, I'm not judging you. I probably would do the same thing, to be honest with you. It's not fun. And so when I sent out a poll at the beginning of all this quarantine school at home thing, the overwhelming majority of you said you did want to take the AP exam. And that may have changed by now. Maybe at the time you thought, yes, I'm going to do it. And now you're like, nah, you know what? I've changed my mind. I don't care. I'm not going to judge you. So if you said you were going to take the AP exam, for me, don't do it for me. I want you to take the AP exam because you want to take the AP exam. Maybe your parents are making you. I don't know what the situation is, but just know that I'm not angry or upset. I'm not going to judge you if you decide you just don't care and you don't want to do anything. It's not going to hurt my feelings, and I understand any frustration you have. If you do care, like I said earlier, please take this week seriously. This is the last week, and I'm asking you to please do the work, do the assignments. If you have questions, let me know. So yeah, man, I don't know. I have a few fleeting thoughts running around in my head, but we'll just hold off. And then finally, if there's anything different I can do to help you, if the way I've been doing this, I've been posting problems and then posting videos of me working the problems. If that's not working for you, let me know. I am going to cut back on the number of problems. I think AB students, I've been giving you 2 problems every day. I'm going to cut you back to 1 problem each day. We do have the mock exams on Tuesday and Friday where you'll have 2 questions there. BC, I'll keep giving you 2 questions because you've got to get ready for that series question, and then I'll give you another question that's covering the AB topics that you also need to know. So I think that's everything. Let me know if there's anything I can do. We have 1 more week. Buckle down. We can get through this last week. And if you have questions, let me know, and I will go back to posting the question tomorrow, and I will send you more information or more details about the mock exam on Tuesday and how that's going to work out. Let me know if you have any questions.